Hey everyone! So today I'm going to share with you a tutorial about a hip stretch. This one is one I'm sure you're all familiar with, but I'm going to give you some tips to take it to the next level and for it to become more effective, for you to get more mobile hips faster. So we're going to come into baddha konasana, or what some people like to call butterfly pose. You're going to have your feet, soles of your feet together, knees wide apart, but you're going to sit by a wall or something that is unmovable, like maybe a couch or something. This is going to really help you with your tilt in the pose, which is key to taking it to the next level. So you're going to have your soles of your feet together and knees wide apart, and that already might feel like a big stretch for you. So you're going to lean into your wall or your couch, whatever you're using, and you're just going to play with your pelvic tilt here for a moment. So think of your tailbone coming forward, and as you do that, feel how your whole back presses into the wall, and notice where you feel that. For me, I feel it just exactly right here. And then you're going to do the opposite. So you're going to think of tilting the other way, so your tailbone's coming towards the wall and you're creating a gap between the wall and your back, and notice where you feel that. For me, I don't feel it anywhere right now doing that, but you'll see why you want to know the difference. So in this pose, oftentimes you are instructed to hinge forward. So what often happens is our body always tries to take the path of least resistance, and we curl down like this into the pose. So curling into the pose is that tilt that we did where your tailbone's coming forward and your whole back is pressing into the wall. If you're hinging forward in this pose, tilting your pelvis this way is not really useful. So if you're hinging forward in the pose, you want to think of drawing your tailbone towards the wall, and that's going to help you really fold, really hinge instead of kind of rolling into the pose. And another really fun and useful and effective tip you can do with your wall or your couch behind you is to have your hands on the wall and push the wall away from you. That creates a deeper stretch and sometimes helps you connect more to that tilt. So would you ever use the tilt in the other direction? So the one where your tailbone's coming away from the wall and you're really pushing your back into the wall. This can be useful when you are doing the pose lying down. So let's try that and see if you can feel that difference. So you're going to lie down. I'm going to turn to the side for you. And with your soles of your feet together and your knees wide apart, you might notice that your body tends to do the opposite. So you might notice that you have a big, huge gap between the floor and your back when you're doing this, and everything kind of feels like not the best. So if you just pick up your bum and try to bring your tailbone towards the sky here so that there is no gap between the floor and your back, and then let your knees come out, you might feel a difference. And once again, I feel it in that same spot as when we were sitting up. And this is a more effective stretch than letting your back pop off the floor in this pose. So when you're lying down, you're thinking of your tailbone coming towards the front of your body. And when you are in this pose, seated up, you are thinking of your tailbone coming towards the back of your body. And you can use the wall to push yourself away. So then if you do that, regularly, fairly often, you might start to feel more of a difference faster, and it might help you to go deeper into the pose faster. And so that means you're creating more mobility, and that's what we always want, right? So So I hope that was helpful, and look out for the next tutorial. See you next time. Take care for now. Bye.